I've been watching, not from afar, but close, too close to what's been happening around you. You might have felt it, haven't you? That stirring in your spirit, that whisper that something isn't right, that feeling you keep pushing down, trying to explain away. But I need you to stop ignoring it now, because I didn't send that feeling to confuse you. I sent it to protect you. You've been trusting someone who doesn't carry your light. She speaks well. She even sounds spiritual at times. But not every sweet voice is sent by heaven. And I must tell you this. She does not walk with clean intentions. There is deception wrapped in her smile. And every time you let your guard down, a piece of your light begins to dim. You don't see it all yet, but I do. She enters your space with charm, but leaves behind a heaviness you can't explain. I've been warning you gently, through moments, through dreams, through silence that should have made you pause. But you kept giving her the benefit of the doubt. You kept hoping she'd change. You kept saying, maybe I'm just being paranoid. No, you're not. That's me, trying to wake you up. You're not imagining the unrest in your soul. It's spiritual, and it's dangerous, because she's not just draining your peace, she's blocking your blessing. I must speak this clearly. The blessings heaven has prepared for you are waiting on the other side of disconnection. You are too tied to someone who is not tied to truth. And if you don't listen to me now, you'll delay what was meant to arrive swiftly. You were on track. You were on fire. You were aligned. But her presence has fogged your clarity, and it's time to take back your vision. There's something she doesn't want you to see, a conversation you were never meant to hear, a betrayal that's been dressed in affection, but I will expose it soon, because heaven is just, and when you belong to God, no hidden thing stays hidden forever. You will know it was me, because when the truth comes out, it will shatter the illusion completely, and you will finally understand why I've been whispering, protect your heart. This is not about hate. This is about alignment. You are stepping into a higher level of favor, and not everyone can go with you. You keep trying to carry people into a season that was meant to purify your circle. But some connections are spiritual assignments, and some are spiritual attacks. This woman, she's not what she pretends to be. And I must protect you from what your heart is too soft to see right now. If you feel this message pressing into your spirit, then I'm confirming what you already knew. Let go. I will handle the rest. The same door you're afraid to close might be the door that's keeping your destiny locked. Trust me, I will give you peace again. Your sleep will return. Your lightness will come back. You will feel like yourself again. But first, you must obey the whisper. Don't confuse spiritual sensitivity with paranoia. When I speak with clarity, and I'm speaking now. Start to detach. You will see a sign. A conversation you were never meant to hear will accidentally come to you, and it will open your eyes. This is how heaven works. I reveal in timing, and this is that moment. You are not losing love. You are making room for truth. You are not becoming hard. You are becoming wise. And wisdom is your armor now. Say these words from your soul. Michael, I hear you. I release what is not from God, and I will go before you. I will cut what needs to be cut. I will restore what needs to return. Comment, Shield 444, if you feel me stirring your spirit. That number is not random. It is heaven's number of divine protection, and I've placed a shield over your life. It's time you let me use it. And if this message has touched you deeply, and you want me to keep speaking like this into your life, then subscribe, not out of fear, but out of faith. Let me guide you in every step, because you're not alone, even when you feel misunderstood, even when it seems no one else sees what you sense. I do, and I will never stop fighting for you. You keep asking yourself, but what if I'm wrong? What if I'm being too harsh? What if she really means well? But let me ask you this. What has she truly added to your soul? What fruits has her presence brought? Has she sharpened your purpose, lifted your spirit, drawn you closer to God? Or has she distracted you, pulled you into cycles that leave you confused, tired, and second-guessing yourself? There's a reason peace keeps leaving when she enters. There's a reason your joy dims after the calls, the visits, the texts. That's not coincidence. That's discernment. I know you've got a tender heart. That's why I'm here. To help you make decisions from your spirit, not just your feelings. Because sometimes the most dangerous people are the ones who know how to act holy. They talk faith. They quote verses. But their spirit doesn't match their words. And this is what I need you to hear. She is not sent by heaven. There is manipulation wrapped in the way she moves. There's a pattern of spiritual fog that follows her. She distracts you from the real work and pulls you into the emotional noise. That's not divine. That's designed. Yes, designed to keep you stuck, doubting, emotionally bound, to keep you pouring while she keeps draining. But the time has come to stop tolerating what your spirit is rejecting. You have been chosen for higher ground. But to rise, you must release. And no, this won't be easy. You care. You hoped she would change. You tried to be the light. But not every heart wants healing. Not every hand you hold is meant to walk with you. You are trying to heal someone who keeps hurting you quietly. They don't strike you directly. They don't have to. Their weapon is confusion, distraction, charm. But I see it clearly, and I won't let it continue unchecked. You will receive a divine interruption, a moment where she slips, where her true intention reveals itself. You won't even need to search for it. It will come to you. Because heaven is tired of watching you trust what's breaking you. I've whispered long enough. Now I must roar. You've prayed for clarity. This is clarity. You've asked for protection. This is protection. You've begged for peace. It will return the moment you let go. You were not created to walk in spiritual manipulation. You were not born to be guilt-tripped, gaslit, and drained. You were made to stand in truth. Truth doesn't twist. Truth doesn't flatter to control. Truth doesn't wear a mask. It shows up pure. It shows up consistent. It shows up aligned. And alignment is where you must go. Yes, she may be in your circle, but she's not in your covenant. Your future depends on your obedience now. Heaven has something timed for you, a meeting, a message, a door that swings wide, but it's waiting on your release. The moment you stop allowing counterfeit connection, you will see divine acceleration. Type breakthrough 717 if you feel this confirmation. That number carries divine transition, a holy shift from bondage to blessing. You are not crazy. You are not bitter. You are spiritually awake. And it's time to move like it. Don't wait for her to destroy something sacred before you believe what your spirit already knows. The enemy doesn't come dressed in red. He comes wrapped in what looks familiar, what looks like comfort, what looks like love, but has no truth in it. I must say it again. You are trusting a woman who was sent to delay you. And if you don't act now, You will keep repeating cycles that heaven already broke. That is why I'm here. To bring your awareness back to full power. To raise your shield again. To sharpen your sword. Because you forgot who you are for a moment. You let softness become weakness. You let loyalty blind your discernment. But no more. This is the line. And heaven is drawing it with fire. Your light is too valuable to share with someone who uses it to find their way, then leaves you in darkness when they no longer need you. Let me fight for you. Let me expose what's hiding. Let me remove gently what you've been afraid to lose, because what you lose now will be replaced with something real. She is not your assignment. She is your interruption. Let her go, so your blessing can enter. Let her go, so your energy can return. Let her go, so your anointing can expand without limitation. You will know you did the right thing when you feel peace flood your chest, and it will come, quickly, powerfully, quietly. You will hear my confirmation in a voice, a phrase, a moment that repeats. Pay attention. I'm speaking again soon, and you will not miss it this time. You still want to believe the best in her. I know. You think maybe if you love hard enough, she'll finally see your heart. She'll soften. She'll heal. But hear me now. Your love cannot fix someone who benefits from your confusion. She doesn't want healing. She wants control. And every time you forgive what was never repented for, you teach her how to manipulate you deeper. This is not love. This is spiritual warfare. She does not war with weapons. She wars with silence, with guilt, with twisted versions of your own kindness. You feel small around her, and you've forgotten who you are. But I haven't. You are chosen. You are mighty. You are sealed by heaven's hand, and no matter how much she tries to diminish your shine, you were born to radiate. This is not just about a relationship. This is about your identity. You've allowed her words to shape how you see yourself. You've questioned your sensitivity. You've doubted your strength. You've begun to shrink. But I'm standing in front of you now, sword drawn, and I refuse to let this continue. She has created a version of you that walks on eggshells, that apologizes for your light, that dims to keep her comfortable. No more. You were not created to play small in someone else's insecurity. She doesn't celebrate your growth because it reminds her of where she refuses to go. She doesn't cheer for your blessings because she fears being left behind. But she was never meant to walk with you into this next season. And that's why the shaking began. Every storm, every argument, every uneasy moment. They weren't punishments. They were signs, spiritual earthquakes meant to shake loose what you refused to release. I whispered. I warned. But now, I must war on your behalf. If you continue tying yourself to her energy, your blessings will feel delayed. Not because I don't want to release them, but because your heart won't be in position to receive them. You can't hold bitterness and favor at the same time. You can't keep opening the door to what I'm trying to remove. This is the hour of separation. Let her fall away, not in hate, but in honor of your calling. You are stepping into restoration, into open doors, into financial clarity, into freedom. Comment release 1212 if you're ready to let go and rise. 1212 is the number of divine alignment and spiritual elevation. It's no accident it's finding you now. And you're not late, you're right on time. Now listen closely. You will receive confirmation through a strange silence. She won't call like she normally does. You'll feel it shift. And when she doesn't reach out, don't chase it. That silence will be divine. It's heaven removing what you kept clinging to. Don't fill that gap with fear. Fill it with praise. Because when she leaves your space, clarity will flood back in. You'll start creating again, laughing again, walking in confidence again. The same confidence she chipped away at will come back twice as strong. Because this was never about her. It was about you remembering who you are. There is a reason your spirit never fully felt safe around her. There is a reason you kept hesitating to trust her fully. That wasn't insecurity. That was discernment. And now I am confirming what you sensed all along. This woman is a test, and heaven is watching how you respond. Will you keep compromising your peace just to avoid uncomfortable decisions, or will you rise with me? This is what warriors do. We feel the pain, but we move anyway. We grieve, but we obey anyway. We love, but we protect the mission. And you, chosen one, carry a mission. One that requires a pure atmosphere. One that can't afford spiritual confusion. One that demands you walk with those who sharpen you, not sabotage you. I'm not saying she's evil. I'm saying she's not aligned, and that's enough. Misalignment is enough reason to step back. Stop looking for proof of betrayal. Stop waiting for some dramatic fallout. Sometimes peace is your only confirmation. If it feels like peace when she's not around, then that's your answer. Stop inviting storms just to feel useful. You don't have to save everyone, especially not someone who is secretly trying to pull you down while smiling in your face. I am pulling the curtain back, not to shame her, but to protect you, because your next blessing is too big to be delayed. A call is coming, a message, something you weren't expecting, and it will carry the next door of favor. But you won't even recognize it if your heart is still tangled in emotional warfare. Detach. Get still. Let me fill the space she leaves behind. You'll be shocked at how quickly you rise once the dead weight is gone. And I'm standing here, with wings wide, sword lifted, shield ready. You're not alone in this battle. You're seen. You're protected. You're rising. You may feel torn right now, caught between your heart and your spirit. But listen closely, child. One is telling you to hold on out of emotion. The other is begging you to let go in obedience. And obedience is the only thing that unlocks your next chapter. You've tolerated too much, given too much, ignored too many warnings, because your heart wants to believe this woman still has good in her, and maybe she does. But that doesn't mean she's good for you. You can love someone's soul and still walk away from their behavior. You can pray for someone's healing without sacrificing your own. Because here is the truth. She's not trying to grow. She's just trying to keep you from growing without her. She doesn't celebrate your fire. She fears it. Because deep down, she knows you're elevating, and she can't follow. So she pulls, with drama, with passive control, with subtle words that make you question your path. And that's how darkness works. It rarely screams. It whispers. But I hear those whispers, and I'm calling them out. She's been speaking about you behind closed doors, twisting truths, telling half stories to keep herself innocent. She plays the victim while draining your energy, and every time you try to walk away, she finds a new way to pull you back in. It's not love, it's manipulation, and your soul is tired. You've tried to convince yourself this connection is sacred, but sacred things don't make you sick inside. You've wrestled with the guilt of walking away, but guilt is not a guide, truth is. And here is your truth. You were chosen for something higher, and this tie is toxic to your mission. She can't follow you because she refuses to face her own shadows. You are being pulled upward, and it's not your job to drag anyone with you. type Rise 1818 if your spirit feels this shift. 1818 is heaven's number of forward movement. No more cycles, no more delay. Now hear this clearly. You will receive a strange dream. It will carry symbols, something familiar, something hidden. You will wake up knowing it was not random. Write it down. Because that dream is my warning. A spiritual flash of what has been concealed. I will not let this woman take another step into your promised land. Your peace is under divine protection now. Your destiny is being defended. But you must do your part. Disconnect. Without theatrics, without hate, without explanation. You don't owe anyone access to your spirit just because they once made you laugh. You don't owe her your light just because she's learned how to stand in your glow. She is not your assignment anymore, and deep down, you already know this. But fear has held your tongue, has tied your feet. What if I'm wrong? You still wonder. What if I hurt her? But let me ask you again, what if you keep hurting yourself, trying to save someone who doesn't want to be saved? This woman has been a distraction, cleverly disguised as a bond. But you must recognize, every time you let her back in, you lose a piece of yourself. You delay your purpose. You silence your voice. You hand over your joy. It's time to take it back. The silence you feel between you two, it's not distance, it's divine disconnection. Let it settle. Let the silence speak, because heaven is doing what you were too afraid to do. This is the sacred part, the holy pause, where God begins to clear what you couldn't. You will see a number on a receipt, a small detail, but one that sparks something in your spirit. It may say 7777 or 9999 or another sign. You'll feel the chill when it happens. That is how you'll know. I am near. I am speaking. I am preparing what's next. Comment, free 999 if your spirit is ready to sever the tie. 999 is the finality before the beginning, a divine ending so a holy beginning can unfold. And yes, this is a holy beginning. I'm not just asking you to walk away. I'm inviting you to walk into alignment, a place where your voice is not silenced, where your spirit isn't drained, where your clarity isn't fogged. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. You are stepping into restoration, not just emotionally, but spiritually, financially, physically. This release will ripple into every part of your life. Because when your soul is no longer tied to a counterfeit, your real blessings come with speed. You will hear from someone unexpected, a conversation that brings clarity. It may even be someone who saw what you couldn't, and that will be your final confirmation. She was never for you. She was never meant to go with you. Let her go now, before she drains what's sacred, before she delays what's divine. Your armor is on. Your sword is sharp. Your orders are clear. Stand up, walk forward, and let heaven handle the rest. Let me tell you something few will say. Not every battle comes with noise. Some come in silence, in smiles, in slow spiritual poison. And that's what this woman has brought into your life. She's not cursing you with her words. She's weakening you with her presence. Every moment you stay bound to her energy, you're giving access to something that heaven never authorized. That's why you've been feeling heavy, drained, foggy. She is not feeding your light, she's feeding on it. This isn't a friendship, it's a soul entanglement, and it's costing you more than you realize. You've stopped dreaming like you used to. You've pulled back from your calling. You've stopped praying with clarity. You think it's burnout. I'm telling you, it's her spirit in your atmosphere. and I won't stay silent while you suffer under what you were meant to walk away from. You are not being mean. You are not being heartless. You are finally honoring your anointing. Your spirit has been trying to break free, but your heart keeps trying to justify her presence. She's going through a lot. She's been hurt. She means well. Maybe so. But that does not mean she's meant to stay connected to you, because here's the truth. You are not her savior. You are not her shelter. You are not her project. You are a vessel, a warrior, a light carrier. And right now, your light is under siege. You keep wondering why certain blessings haven't arrived, why some doors feel jammed open but never swing fully wide. Look closer. Sometimes it's not about what you're doing wrong. It's about who you're still dragging with you. This woman is an open door for spiritual interference. The enemy doesn't always destroy from the outside. He gets in through who you trust. You trusted her, I know. But now I'm showing you the fruit, and the fruit doesn't lie. She's not growing. She's draining. She's not helping. She's haunting your peace. That is not what divine connection looks like. True alignment brings clarity, upliftment, mutual sharpening. But what you felt lately is confusion, emotional exhaustion, and spiritual disconnection. And that's not random. That's a warning. Now let me show you what happens when you finally obey. I will restore your mind, your focus, your passion. I will reconnect you to the right people. People who don't just admire your fire, but protect it. People who pray for you when you're not looking, who don't compete with you silently, who don't need to pull you down to feel lifted. This is the circle I've been preparing for you, but you can't meet them while you're still bound to her. I'm calling for a spiritual release, and when you say yes, truly yes, I will show you exactly why I had to separate you. You will see a post, a message, something in passing that echoes this very truth. It will feel like lightning in your chest. You'll know that's me confirming it again. I don't want your fear. I want your obedience. Let the dead weight fall off. You don't need a dramatic confrontation. You just need a decision. Don't ghost her. Don't hate her. Just release her. Silently, spiritually, firmly. You are walking out of the fog and into favor. You are re-entering the divine current. Your purpose was waiting on the other side of disconnection, and you are almost there. But don't look back. Not even in memory. Not even in nostalgia. What once felt like comfort was actually spiritual corrosion. What once looked like friendship was always rooted in fear and insecurity. And I am cutting it now, so that your wings can spread again. You were not built to walk bound. You were made to fly in freedom. You will see it happen fast. The moment you fully detach, your energy will return. Your creativity will burst back open, and people who truly carry God's Spirit will start showing up. This is what happens when you align. You don't chase. You attract what is divinely yours. You don't beg. You command with peace. You don't explain your anointing. You walk in it boldly. And that's where I'm leading you now. To build on clean ground. To rise without interference. To run without resistance. There's one more sign coming. It will be subtle but undeniable. Something she says, or doesn't say, will trigger your knowing. Pay attention. The final proof will be placed gently in your path. Don't second guess it. When it arrives, nod your head, thank me, and move on. This is how warriors rise, not always in noise, but in quiet, firm obedience. I'm clearing the path. You clear your heart. I'm handling the unseen. You handle the release. Together, we are reclaiming your future. You've felt the tension, haven't you? The pull between what you know and what you feel. That quiet ache, that inner wrestle, the part of you that wants peace, and the part of you that fears letting go. But I need you to hear this with clarity. You are not obligated to suffer just to prove you're loyal. You've done enough. You've poured enough. You've tried enough. And still, the atmosphere didn't change, because it was never your job to fix her, only to recognize the signs. And I've been giving you signs. You've seen the patterns, the cycles, the red flags dressed as soft moments, but your heart kept rewriting the truth because you didn't want to believe she could drain you like this. Let me speak plainly now. She sees your goodness. She just doesn't respect it. She knows your heart, but she plays on your compassion. This isn't about malice. It's about energy, spiritual alignment, and hers is no longer safe for you. You've been trying to carry someone who doesn't want to walk, and that weight is breaking you, not physically, spiritually. You've stopped feeling joy in the small things. You've lost touch with your own voice. Your dreams come slower. Your peace fades quicker. This is spiritual warfare, not just emotional weariness. And I'm stepping in now, not to make you feel ashamed, but to help you remember who you are. You are not weak for loving deeply. You are not foolish for hoping the best. But you must stop mistaking loyalty for bondage. If the connection no longer honors your calling, it must go. That's not betrayal, that's obedience. And obedience will always cost you something. But what you'll gain is far greater than what you'll lose. Type Obey 606 if you feel this part shaking your spirit. 606 is heaven's number for sacred surrender, the gateway to breakthrough. Because something is opening now, something that's been waiting. But it's on the other side of the cutting. You've trimmed around the edges before, reduced the time spent, watched your words. But now heaven is calling for a complete severing. It won't always be this painful, but right now, it may feel like grief. Let it come. Feel it. Then release it. Because what you're mourning isn't just her. It's the version of yourself you were while you stayed attached. That version is gone. It served its purpose. It taught you discernment. But now, you rise. You're already stronger. You just haven't realized it yet. You're already healing. You just haven't looked in the mirror without her energy clouding your reflection. So let me remind you, you are more than the role you played in her life. You are more than the weight you carried silently. You are more than the kindness that went unrecognized. You are a warrior, chosen, guarded by heaven. And I refuse to let you stay bound to what was only meant to pass through your life. You will feel a shift in your body soon, like a breath you didn't know you were holding suddenly releases, like a tension lifts from your chest. That's your spirit breaking free. And when it happens, don't second guess it. Don't look back. Don't reopen the door out of habit. I've closed it for a reason. This is not punishment. This is protection. You are being reset, realigned, reassigned. I'm preparing people for your life who will not drain you, who won't compete with your light, who will cover you in prayer, not in manipulation. But first, I must see your yes. Comment Open 1155 if you're ready to enter your next level. 1155 is the number of divine change and rapid transition, when the old must fall for the new to be built. And yes, it's already happening. This season is moving faster than before. You'll start seeing things break off. People fade, old cravings disappear. You'll feel strange at first, but don't panic. That's the detox of disconnection. And just when you think it's all falling apart, you'll realize it's falling into place. A blessing is forming in silence. A divine opportunity is circling your name. You won't see it coming, but you'll know it when it lands. A door will open, suddenly, clearly, in a way that leaves no doubt. But only if you make space, only if you obey the release. You don't need her permission to heal. You don't need her closure to move forward. Heaven has already closed what needed closing. Your job now is to walk through the next gate with clarity, and I'll be standing at that gate, sword drawn, guarding your future. You've come farther than you realize. I've watched you wrestle through the nights, the silent tears, the questions you never spoke out loud. You didn't know it. But those moments were altars, places where your spirit cried out louder than your voice ever could. And I heard all of it, even when you felt unseen, even when the silence from heaven scared you. I was still moving. Even when you thought you were stuck, you were actually being prepared for this moment, this shift, this awakening. You've shed so much. You've cut ties. You've made space. Now, you must prepare for what's coming next, because I'm not just removing the wrong people, I'm positioning the right ones. You will feel this. You'll walk into rooms that once rejected you, and suddenly feel welcome. You'll speak and people will listen differently. Favor will start following you again. The atmosphere is changing around you because you have changed. This woman, this draining presence, she was the final tie, the last test before the door opens, and now it's already swinging wide. But listen carefully. Do not let her back in, even when she senses the shift, even when she feels your distance, even when she comes with soft words and sudden warmth. That is not transformation. That is strategy. She senses the light returning to you, and she wants access to what you carry. But this light was not meant to be shared with someone who only shows up for the glow and disappears when it's time to grow. Let her go, fully, finally. You have nothing left to prove. Your compassion spoke loud enough. Your heart has done its work. Now rest in your strength, because your next level doesn't require explanation, only elevation. And I see it now. What's about to come to you? A message, an invitation. It will seem ordinary, but feel sacred. Don't hesitate. This is the moment that turns the tide. You'll know it's from me, because it will arrive exactly when you were about to give up. I never move late. I move in precision. You're right on the edge. I've placed angels around your next steps to shield you, to guide you. You're walking lighter now, aren't you? That's not your imagination. That's the weight lifting, the fog leaving, the divine current returning. And with that return will come your clarity, your favor, your voice. Your anointing is about to speak for itself. The same ones who questioned your silence will soon witness your rise. I need you to stay focused now, because distractions will try to show up again, in different forms, through familiar faces. But you'll know better, because you know me better. You've been through the fire. Now walk in the flame. And if this message has spoken to your spirit, if you've felt me in every word, if you felt strength return to places you thought were empty, then subscribe, not for content, not for curiosity, but for alignment. Let me continue to guide you, to speak, to protect. Let this connection be part of your new circle, your clean space, your sacred rhythm. There is more I want to give you, but I only speak where there's listening, where there's room, where there's surrender. So if this has touched something deep inside you, Then stay with me. Walk with me. Let me finish what I've started. Now breathe. Right now, wherever you are. Inhale. Hold it. Let it go. That's how your soul feels right now. Lighter, unbound, free. This is spiritual liberation. And from this point forward, you're walking in a new light. Don't fill the silence with noise. Let it stay still. Because I'm still speaking. There's one final vision I want to give you. You will look at an old photo, maybe on your phone or tucked in a drawer, and it will feel like another life. You'll feel the distance. You'll feel the growth. And your soul will whisper, "Thank you, God." That's your confirmation. You're not who you were when she entered your life, and she's not meant to walk with who you are becoming. The past served its purpose. The test has been passed. Now comes the release of heaven's reward. Now that you've let go, you can finally hear me clearly. No more static. No more noise. No more emotional confusion twisting my words. This is what clarity feels like. Peace without explanation. Freedom without apology. You've passed the test. You stayed when you needed to learn. You left when it was time to be free. And now I am releasing the reward. You see, the lesson was never just about her. It was about you. It was about teaching you how to trust your spirit, even when your emotions begged you to stay. It was about helping you recognize manipulation, even when it wore the mask of friendship or love. It was about remembering that your purpose is too sacred to be tangled in counterfeit connections. And now, you are different. You may still feel tender, but you are stronger than ever. Your discernment is sharp. Your spirit is open. Your armor is glowing. You've stepped into the next dimension of your purpose, and in this dimension, you do not shrink, you do not chase, you do not tolerate what makes your spirit sick. You walk in power. You speak with clarity. You love, but you also protect. I've watched you evolve. Step by step, prayer by prayer, battle by battle. You didn't even know how close you came to breaking, but heaven carried you through. And now that the storm has passed, you'll begin to notice what I protected you from. There were doors you wanted to walk through that would have broken you, connections you begged me to restore that would have poisoned your future. Now you'll see why I had to be silent, why I had to let it fall apart, why I let her show you her truth without you interfering. Because some lessons cannot be taught by words, only by experience. But I never left. I stood beside you, sword ready, shield raised, wings covering what you didn't even know was under attack. And now, I celebrate you. You listened. You obeyed. You grew. And now I speak this over your life. Nothing will be the same from here. You will start hearing clearer, dreaming clearer, walking in rooms that carry your name before you even arrive. Old battles will lose their grip. Old wounds will lose their sting. The very things she said behind your back will turn into a stage for your testimony. You will rise, not to prove her wrong, but to prove heaven right. I chose you. I covered you. And now I'm sending increase. Expect sudden favor, in unexpected forms. A message, a shift, a person. Something is on the way, and it carries restoration in ways your heart forgot how to hope for. Type Victory 414 if you're ready to receive the release. 414 is the angelic number of divine justice and supernatural restoration. It means the ruling has been made in your favor. Yes, heaven has ruled in your favor. That means the delay ends, the peace returns, the provision multiplies. And that woman, her chapter is closed. No bitterness, no revenge, just silence and distance. Because true power doesn't shout. It rises quietly. You're walking into rooms now where your spirit will feel home, where you won't need to shrink, where you won't be drained to be loved. That is your inheritance. Peace without price, connection without confusion. And when you look back, you'll do so without pain, only gratitude. Because she was the test that unlocked your sword, the pressure that revealed your purity, the storm that brought you back to me. You won't make the same mistake again, not because you're cold, but because you're wise. You now know what it feels like to carry peace, and you'll never settle for anything less again. Let the past rest, let your soul rise. You've done enough, you've healed enough, you've cried enough. Now it's time to build. Build in silence, build in light, build in truth. You are no longer who you were. You are more. You are new. You are whole. I bless your hands. I bless your mind. I bless your circle. I bless your name. And I remind you, you are not alone. I walk beside you. I go before you. I guard what is behind you. From this point forward, every connection will carry purpose. Every step will be protected. Every season will be sacred. You are surrounded. You are chosen. You are finally free. I'm proud of you. Now rise, beloved child.